Uh, for its right cause, roll call wasn't a horrible thing or event. It was actually a necessity. If you're confused and roll call sounds alien to you, stay with me. And the best way to get you into tune is for you just to picture a teacher at school marking the register and then ask yourself, what is the purpose of it all? Right? Just picture a teacher at school marking the register and ask yourself, what is the purpose of it all? Now that you've done that, and we all have a slight idea of what roll call is, let's get into it. My name is Sherlock Thompson, umkhwenyana wenye muhle njalo. Pretty uyezumakoti. So in my context, for us, and my peers, who went to this particular school, I don't know why I'm not mentioning the school. I don't know why, but I think I'll do mention it in time. So for us, a roll call was in the morning and then in the evening. In the morning, just before breakfast, and in the evening, straight after supper. And again, if it's your first time here, just relax before you roll your eyes in confusion. Okay? This is all happening at an all boys boarding school, high school to be precise. Since we're still in winter, let me dive in. And I do remember vividly that during those days, this is winter time. I'm going to focus on the winter because I just want to mention waking up times and stuff. So during those days in winter, the school bell rang around about 6:40 a.m., right? And then the house bell where we stayed at our dormitories followed up. So two bells rang to make sure that you are really out of bed. So between 6:40 a.m. and 7 a.m., one had to prepare and be ready for roll call. So between those 20 minutes, one had to prepare and be ready for roll call. I don't care if you think 20 minutes was enough or not. All I can say is that being late for roll call in the morning could ruin your whole entire day. It could mess up your whole entire day. Because remember, how the day starts probably determines how it's going to end or how it's going to be. Right? So if you start off a day being late for roll call, that's not a good start at all. At all. So I'm going to go back again, mentioning that as a second year at the house that I stayed at, right? Our dormitories were upstairs, just one floor up from the ground floor. So when the bell rang for roll call, with a loud voice as a follow up, telling you to hurry up and get down for roll call. Mind you, the bell rang anytime between 6:40 and 7 a.m. Definitely minutes before 7. It could be 10 to 5 to, but before 7, definitely. That I am certain. So you just had to be ready. You just had to be ready. Now what happens when that loud voice finishes? The countdown begins. And it's just a 5-second countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If it gets to 1, and you're not ready, lined up downstairs for roll call, then you're late. If it gets to 1 and you're not ready, lined up for roll call at your position with your fellow peers, you're late and you're fucked for sure. Here's what I mean by fucked, okay? I'm just gonna list a few possible punishments one could get from the cops, aka the prefects or the seniors, on duty on that particular morning for roll call. So whichever cop prefect is on duty on that particular morning is gonna punish you for being late for roll call. Right? So number one could be an extreme number of push-up or press-ups, if you wanna put it that way, till your arms start shaking and your body can no longer take it anymore. I'm talking a scenario where somebody says to you, this is the punishment that I'm gonna give to you for being late for roll call. Okay, you're only gonna give me 20 push-ups or 20 press-ups, right? And then they're going to humor you by starting the countdown as follows. So instead of starting from 1, they start from 0, 0,1, 0,2, 0,3, up until they get to 1, right? So by the time they get to 1, you have done 10 push-ups, right? So imagine how many push-ups you would have done by the time they get to 30. Just do the maths. Do the maths. And then you understand how rough such a punishment was. Number 2 could be quite a number of laps, right? Making you to run quite a number of laps, averaging 300 meters per lap. I mean, we give it like 5 laps. That's like 1.5 meters of you running in the morning before you eat. How healthy can that be? It is actually healthier. So the third could be a not so friendly appointment later in the day with the cop, and you have no idea what the cop has in mind for you if they tell you, meet me after lunch, after prep, uh, before supper, whatever the case might be, meet me wherever. You have no idea what they have in mind for you in terms of punishment. And I think the other one could be more harsher than the first two that I mentioned, because those ones are straightforward and you're probably more used to them and they keep you fit. You see? But now, here is the frustrating thing about those two, because those two could be given right away. Straight after roll call, you do your punishment and you're done with it, right? But now, what it means that your breakfast time is being chowed, right? By the time you get to the dining hall, breakfast is finished. And there you are, you've missed your breakfast. As you say, the most important meal of the day is your breakfast. But I'm pretty sure and I believe that is only so popular because it's just a marketing strategy for people to eat bacon and eggs and whatever is found in the breakfast thing. But that's a story for another day. And one other thing is that it can get worse if that very day when you're late for roll call is an assemble day. I think during our time, assemble was, I stand to be corrected, but then I think it was Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, if I'm not mistaken. Or it could be Wednesday and Friday, but definitely Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, not Tuesday or Thursday. Yeah. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Right? So now, if it's an assembly day, what it means that you can't be late for that one as well. You can't be late for assemble, right? So that means you have to eat fast at breakfast. You have to chow fast at breakfast, and then you have to go out of the dining hall dashing to the chapel so that you can be in time for assemble. You have to be fast at eating your breakfast, go out of the dining hall, dash to the chapel so that you're not late for assemble, or else that calls for more punishment for you. Imagine you're late for roll call and then you're late for assemble. That's a shitty morning already before it's even 8 o'clock in the morning. So anyway, let me end it here. So for part 2, we're going to finish off on this one and then talk about the evening roll call. That one is juicy, it's spicy, that one, and a bit controversial as well. So do not be late for roll call on part 2. And hey, subscribe, like, comment, and share, and let's grow the channel together. Ciao.